food, humanity food, human food. Hey, top of the morning, Alan. Oh man, another miraculous day to begin in sunny California, dominated by terrorists. What happened with your radiator? Oh, they popped a little hole in it, but I got some shit. Actually, it worked so good. I went and got another bottle just in case something happens next time. But I got this shit right here, and it plugged it up hella fast. Liquid aluminum cooling system, radiator heater core, stop leak. Pretty damn good product. Pretty damn good product. Hell no, you guys just ate, dude. This is human food. Yeah, definitely worked out, man. Thank God. Horrendous people we deal with, I tell you, horrendous. I think that's the right word. These motherfuckers love them little, those racing cars, those drifting cars and shit. A lot of, what do you say? How do you say it? I don't even know the right word. And then yesterday, the guy in the power chair that likes to harass me with they're not even muscle cars. They're like damn, it's a name for it. Oh, like the Rice Rockets, like the Hondas and the fucking Toyotas, like the little souped up ones with the mufflers that sound kind of not like a muscle car, but more like some type of machine in a factory or some shit. Some type of machine in a factory or some shit. Like they don't even. I mean, they do sound like cars, but it's like they make a lot of noise for nothing. Yeah, they do have muscle cars too. They got the newer they like to ride in the newer Mustangs, Camaros, and Hellcats and shit. And it kind of makes me think, because back in the day, or I won't say back in the day, but before they wiped Alex Jones off of the internet or off of like the YouTube platforms and shit, like he was talking about Fast and Furious, like um, the government uh, has some people in their pocket. I guess they are the government created something called the Fast and Furious or some shit. But I be wondering, like, does that shit have anything to do with this? Cause these dudes really be thinking like they're in some type of fucking race car club or some shit. I swear, for as loud as they sound, they look like they might be going fast, but they look like they be going slow as fuck to be making all that fucking noise, man. I used to have my Manta GTE, Astra GT. Yeah, those like that's muscle car. Yeah, man, that's my favorite models is the older ones, bro. Like my favorite car in the world is 72 Cutlass. I used to own a Cutlass Supreme. Yeah, Cutlass is like that's man. I miss the old school Cutlasses. Cutlass Supreme, that was more of the sharper body. That was like the sharper body, right? Sharper than the 7 Deuce 72. 72 is more rounded. Let me see. Do the dogs like the new van? Nah, they don't actually. I gotta get it. I'm gonna try and sell this one. I got it. I put it in the paper. I'm just gonna sell it for what I bought it for. But yeah, it gets too hot in this motherfucker, man. It gets way too hot. And like yesterday, I had to leave the AC running all fucking day. It's I like it. I like it if I didn't have the dogs. Like I would want to keep it because it looks so stealth and shit. It's stealth, like you don't have a bunch of weirdos thinking you're gonna break into their fucking house and shit with a camper van. Like it looks more like work. Congrats on your new van. I appreciate that coffee. The world we live in. Fast cars. Yeah, definitely fast. I like the Grand National too. Grand Nationals used to be the shit. When I was like when I was younger, like in my like 18, 19, 20 and all that shit. It was hard to come by. Grand National was like the hardest car to come by. Like if you found a Grand National, you kept that motherfucker. I don't know if you guys been on Strong's channel, but Strong got a video he uploaded of like agents and shit, agent provocateur. Yeah, it's well, like I knew they did it, but I didn't look at the one head like I didn't know they got down like that. Well, I knew they did, but not like that in the open and shit. Like they were amongst protesters and shit. Got called out. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And that's what I'm saying. Like people need to fucking uh get at this shit, man, because they was doing shit with the kids in Chicago too. They were parking Walmart trucks with stuff on the inside. Well, they were sting operation big rigs and shit. And what they would do is fucking set those up in like the bad neighborhoods and set up the people in the area like. And I know it's bad to steal shit. Like you shouldn't be stealing shit, but to entrap somebody, especially in neighborhoods where you know motherfuckers is hungry and shit, drug infested neighborhoods and shit. Police, they're like the police are like the biggest instigators of everything, bro. In prison, like around the holidays and shit, what the police, what the correctional officers will do is they'll fucking start friction between two different cards and shit, and eventually before the holiday, uh, a riot will kick off and shit, and then they throw us all on lockdown, and then whenever a riot kicks off and shit, they they lock us down, and then they get hazard pay. So, and we all know it. Like, excuse me, it's legitimate, and it's like everybody inside knows that it happens just like the election. Something always happens. Fucking every election is just like that in prison. Like anytime a holiday's coming up, they'll start something, a friction between the inmates and shit, and fucking a riot to kick off, and then they get their hazard pay and get to fucking enjoy their 4th of July and Christmas and there's some dirty motherfuckers, man. And that's the time, when it's a lockdown like that, when riots and shit kick off and it's a lockdown, like that's the safe, like the police. I mean, it should be they get hazard pay when it's not no lockdown because they're around everybody. But when it's lockdown, everybody's locked in their cells for like fucking 24 hours, 23 hours. You get out to take a shower, but everything else is brought to you. Your food, your clothes, all that shit is brought to you. So basically, they get hazard pay. They're basically babysitting because they don't have to do nothing but like every 30 minutes do a walkthrough and make sure everybody's all right in their cell or still in their cell. But other than that, they don't have no real big worries. The world, the world needs a chill pill, definitely. Wonder what they have next planned. Hey, you know what? Somebody just sent me a video yesterday in Texas, of a fucking voices and shit coming out the air, like demonic sounds and shit coming out the air. Definitely think it's them though. I've never been to prison before, but I think I will in the future. They try hard to set me up. Nah, you don't say that, Ali. I mean, just don't. And if you never been there, well, I don't know how it is out there where you're at, but if you've never been to prison and you get into it with somebody, most likely you won't. You won't go to prison. Probably do like 6 months and get some anger out here, and they'll probably give you some anger management or something. Unless you just totally like devour, dude, demolish them and shit. And I think, no, I don't know for sure because I haven't had to go through the court system. But basically what this is entrapment, and entrapment makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do. Um, constant harassment and shit makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do. Like that's why I just got on to making all the phone calls I can and shit. Like I don't care if they come and take the report. I just make phone calls. Um, stating the fucking harassment and the following me with one headlight and shit. And remember the times that you call in that way. Like you don't if you're not taking documenting it, then just at least remember the times that you called the fucking the police station. Remember the time and the day you called them and shit. That way you can reference back to that shit. Give the lawyer the times and shit that you called and what police station, and they'll have phone records, recorded phone records. Just make sure if you do anything, man. I hope you don't. I be feeling like it too, bro. Like sometimes I feel like fucking just like fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. But then you eventually snap out of it. Look, you got another one headlighter. Yeah, you eventually snap out of that shit. You pop the other one. You pop the other one. Eventually you snap out of it, man. But that's why I stress to people, man, try and get as much documentation as you can, bro. Because you just never know. Just sell Tom. It's hard to sell. Mm. Oh, jail time is hard. Jail time is hard time today. Yeah, everyday shit. That's the worst feeling in the world. Nobody wants to wake up in that motherfucker, man. Fucking dirty ass cells. Dirty as fuck. sleeping on mattresses with about a million different people's DNA all on it, sweat, fucking. You don't know what motherfuckers be looking at them dirty magazines, playing with themselves and shit under the covers. That shit land on the mattress. Fucking dirt caked up from years and years, all in the corner of the fucking walls. Fucking wax over dirt. Sometimes, sometimes they'll wax it, like if like if inspection, like people above the prison system come in for an inspection, they'll have people hurry up and get it up to fucking standards real quick. They fucking hella wax over dirt, like it be dirt all fucking in the ground and shit. They'll hit the fucking cell. Like you gotta clean your own fucking cell, cause they'll fucking hit it with the dirty mop that they fucking, used in 30, 40 different cells before your cell. Throw it in the same dirty fucking water. And then they get a wax mop and start waxing fucking wax over the dirt. And oh man, yeah, I can think of a million reasons not to go to jail. Cost of living, one of them. And it's not really like you're, because you put everything, unless you got a business and you set up for yourself, you really just draining your family and shit, because it's not like they're going to the grocery store and getting you packages and shit. They have to get it from the prison system, and the prison system overcharges like a motherfucker. On top of that, they take 55% of your money. So if you get $100 sent into you, you really only get 45. Oh man. Then you gotta deal with a million different personalities. Some people don't have table manners and just fucking cough all over the table, not covering their fucking mouth. Some people will bump into you and don't say excuse me. Some people will look at you all. There's a million reasons not to go. And those aren't even the worst. Let's see. They had me sectioned in 2007 for telling the truth. Writing letters. Yeah, man. That fucking Constitution, freedom of speech and all that. Like, if I had any question to ask the fucking president, if there was just one golden opportunity that I could ask the president one question and get a legitimate answer without bullshit, I would ask him, why the fuck isn't the Constitution being upheld? Like, why do people get treated like animals when they walk with their fucking guns in the open so people can see it on their hip in the holster? Why did the police swarm on them and fucking draw down and make them get on the ground and run them through all this bullshit? Why is it freedom of speech if anytime you fucking, speak what you feel, you get fucking chased down like a slave running from bloodhounds and shit? Like, why is the Constitution a fucking lie? How the fuck do you guys get away with lying like that? Like, how do you make the population that fucking stupid to where you can snatch their fucking rights away and they just don't give a fuck? apologize for my spelling. No apologies necessary, bro. I think there's a word or a few words out there that each of us can't spell, so you're not the only one, my brother. Hey, top of the morning, Steve. Hey, likewise, bro. I had one lady coughing down every aisle at the store one time. Oh yeah, fucking weirdos. See how you'll notice the bikes always come with a fucking bike rim or a bike inner tube and shit. They like to do that. They let air out my tires and ride up and down the street with bike rims and fucking shit. I hate it. People eat their mouth open. You can hear it as well. Yeah, yeah. I seen a lot of fucking fights behind that shit. Coughing, sneezing and shit. Just like common manners, table manners. At least if you got a cough, man. At the very least, cover it up. But you know, some people don't even play that shit. You gotta get up off the table and go walk away and do that shit, and then wash your hands before you come back. Just out of respect, not because people want to be tough or anything, but you know, it's thousands of people living in a warehouse and shit. Like, motherfuckers don't want to catch that shit. It's all back, yeah. Everything is fucking backwards. What's up? What's going on, Jeff? Everything is fucking going backwards. Legal is the new illegal, and illegal is the new legal. We got another one. No, no. Has anybody else seen that video, that demon video with the voices coming out the sky in Texas? Yeah, what do you think that is? You think that's them? Them blazing that satellite or some shit? Hey, likewise, Steve. Likewise, bro. The Ryan, Texas storm. Uh, yeah, I don't think it was a storm, bro. It sounded like voices, like a lady. Yeah, like just like that, like a lady screaming. And it was from the sky. It had me thinking, like, Maybe that's what they're trying to cover up with the chemtrail. Like maybe that's what they're trying to hide from us. Cause everybody says that. Like I've even heard some people say like that's why they wanted us in for the fucking this COVID-19 and shit because they were building shit and then they don't want us to see what's in the sky. Like I've heard people say that, and then all of a sudden that fucking shit. Yeah, that was a trip. Never look a never look a gift giraffe in the mouth without stuff. uh, and I'll probably do my live stream tonight about 6, maybe anywhere from 5 to 6 p.m. Okay, appreciate that, bro. Hey, I swear, like, I had just got a text from you. It said I'm going live now, and exactly like I seen, I seen like what time when I went to the thing, you weren't live, and I see what time you did it live, and I went back to the phone and checked the time of the text message and shit, and that shit was the same, like right when I got it. Like they definitely like, man, they got my phone in a headlock. I can't find you, Steve, on YouTube. He's under the same name. I think if you tap on his icon on here, you can go to his channel. I'm not for sure, but if you tap on the icon here, it'll take you straight to his channel. It'll give you like some options. It'll be a picture of him. I think I'm not sure. He might still be on here. He could probably tell you better. But if he's not, I think it's like some picture. It's a picture like I think it's like bubbles on the front of it. Like it's like filtered with bubbles. 2 options: block or report no link. Oh wow. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he has the same icon as he got right here. Are you putting Steve Stacy or Steven Stacy? Military pants, super soldier, super neighborhood watch right there. Super fucking neighborhood watch. I think the more you piss them off, the more they fucking fuck with your fucking internet. It's like they be like, oh, okay, I got you. You wanna be a wise ass? Take your internet away. It's like that's all they can do. Like really. I miss working social interaction and women. Yeah, that about sums it off right there, man. Yep. They get those out the way really fast. Well, I won't say they get. If you're not really tripping off, running into a honeypot or anything like that, then I know. I guess maybe it doesn't really matter. I guess like if you're like, excuse me, it's legitimate. If you're like, you don't mind. 'Cause I would imagine that, if they send a honeypot your way, they already feel like you probably feel like, you can't get no better, and probably this is the best you're gonna get, so she'll be talking to you any kind of way, fucking, or either or, like for the man or the woman, or whatever, you know, fucking yeah, man, I see that shit. Like I see it happen in regular relationships, like where fucking the female talks to the dude like shit, and fucking he just, how do you say, he takes it on the fucking chin, like like there's no, like she can talk to him like shit, and there's no like there's no, at least leave the fucking house type shit, but there's not. And I've seen it vice versa. I've seen to where the dude talks shit, seen to where the dude fucking beats on her. Like, and those are regular relationships, so just fucking imagine a TI relationship with the honeypot. So if you don't mind all that shit, then I guess it's pretty good for you. Like it's not really no biggie. But being the target, for me, that's just a little too risky. A little too risky. Unless you find somebody. You can find somebody, but you gotta weed shit out, man. You gotta do a lot of fucking weeding out. Definitely not. You definitely can't be out there trying to be you know, Rico Suave or Romeo or no shit like that. You can't be trying to talk to multiple different females, or vice or vice versa. Female, you can't be out there trying to talk to a lot of dudes for the females, because you're definitely gonna run into one. That's for sure. More than one, because they're gonna start sending them at you. They never get tired. I do though. At top of the morning, when I won't pay, I won't pay for what should be free. Yeah, that's the way I see it, man. Like, if it ever, came to the point to where I felt like paying or some shit like that, which, it's just fucking, I, fuck, I use the internet or my imagination before I pay or some shit like that. And then it's not even good to be fucking messing around with a lot of people like that. People carry demons and shit. It's best just to get that one solid person, man, and build. Make sure you guys have mutual respect for each other. If you don't treat that person a certain way, then that person shouldn't treat you a certain way. If they do, hurry up and cut ties, or you're gonna get locked in a trap. Nappy, are you getting hit with frequencies now? Yeah, yeah. I can tell when I do because the side of my throat hurts, and my dogs have had this fucking days look like confused, fucking look like they'll be looking at me and shit, like, and I'll fucking be like calling their name and shit, and they won't fucking move. Like they'll be looking at me and shit, like I don't know. I look at the target bags and the tricycle. So funny, so fucking funny. With his fucking construction jacket, construction vest. Hey, top of the morning, Tony. They love showing you the loving couple routine right in front of. Oh man. Oh man, and I get it so much because when I be recycling and shit, I be at the college, you go, but like in the college area and shit. Oh man, they be going overboard. Like the female will be leaning on the dude with her fucking back leg kicked up like bent, bent back and shit while they're kissing and shit, like you be seeing in the movies and shit. They'll see me coming and hurry up and grab hands and shit and walk like they're fucking holding hands. Like these people are fucking nuts, man. Fucking nuts. And I know they can't get paid every fucking time they do the little shit they do. Like, but then maybe they do have somebody constantly watching them to make sure they do. But sometimes I be like, and they go so overboard, and sometimes it's only them that I see. I don't like. Usually it's them, and then it's somebody off in the distance and shit to film you or whatever the reaction of you. But sometimes I don't even see that unless they're hiding in the bushes, and these people just go out their way. And it'd be like corners that I just hit, maybe that I'd never been on before, and it's like these motherfuckers, like, and their backs be turned to me, and as soon as I get out the van, they do some weird shit like stop and pull up their fucking pants or some just weird shit. And I be looking for earpieces. I be looking for all that shit that they communicate with each other. Because most of the time when they communicate, you can see them looking at each other and shit. Like, there'll be a walker and then there'll be a car. And then they'll look at the car, like, nonchalantly. And then keep walking and shit. But Cause sometimes I don't see nothing, and these people just do this shit. Like I be like, man, like you just went out your way to do this super corny ass shit. Like you can't fucking be getting paid like every time. Like this is a job like I would be trying to cheat or like this is the type of job that you cheat on. Like this isn't the type of job that you fucking, bust your ass for and shit. Fucking putting your fucking life on it by doing corny shit, showing people your ass and shit. It's crazy, man. Yeah, bad actors. Hey, top of the morning, strong. Hey, top of the morning, HM. That biker though, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Oh, the one on the tricycle. Hey, I moved to Oakland, California, to Providence, Rhode Island. I never heard of Providence, Rhode Island. That's actually in. Is that wait Oakland, California? So that would be Oakland. Oh, so that's a little spot, a place in Oakland. That's what's up. Hopefully, the targeting isn't that bad, bro. Yeah, I was just telling Alan about that video you uploaded, strong, about with the agent provocateur. Yeah, the if that was me and I was parked like that, that'd be on me. Like, see, that's the type of shit. Like, when you're a targeted individual, like everything is focused on fucking you. Like any fucking little thing you do, like they're on it. Like if I wasn't targeted and I parked like that, I wouldn't have to worry about no fucking ticket or nobody even calling on me for no fucking like saying my shit was parked like that. But being that I'm a target, that's a perfect example right there. The bullshit tickets I get, if my shit was like that, man, they'd be calling. As soon as they put, every time a perp passed by, they call the fucking ticket people, tell them exactly where I was. They catch me in here sleeping, like I be sleeping shit. They'd see me up front when they put the ticket, cause most of the time, if you tell them, oh, I'll park it right, like they won't give you a ticket. But being the target, they fucking creep there, see me sleeping and shit, won't even fucking won't even wake me up, cause I sleep in the front. It's legitimate. Cause I sleep in the front, and so they they automatically see me and shit. Hey, Biggie, top of the morning. Nice where you are, Nappy. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's it's just the people. It's the people. Like pretty soon, this motherfucker's gonna be loaded with perps. Bunch of them driving by right now and shit, going headlights and all that shit. It's a shelter like right around the corner and shit. So then it's not only is there a shelter around the corner from here, um, it's a mental facility. Like I won't say mental or more down. Well, I guess that is mental too. Like Down syndrome. Like it's a lot of like they have them homes where like they have like counselors and like you'll see like lines of like people with disabilities as far as like Down syndrome and all types of you know elements of that sort. And they'll walk them in lines like on a field trip or some shit. And just walk them. And they'll have them doing some fucking bullshit. That's that like that right there. Like when I saw that tripped me out. When I saw them actually using like the real fucking mentally this I don't want to say disturbed like cuz perps are disturbed. These are like, you know, I'll say mentally challenged, like legitimately ill upstairs. Like when they use those people, man, kids kids is bad too, but I don't even think using their kids is as bad as using like mentally ill people like that. You feel me? There's people's family members, sons, brothers, daughters, whatever, that they have in there that they don't even know that they use them like that. You feel me? That's how fucking corrupt this whole fucking like it's gonna be hard to clean up this world. Like for this world to be a legitimate world, it would be a hard fucking task to clean it up because you couldn't clean it up like one thing at a time. You would have to clean it up fucking in boatloads, starting with politics, fucking corrupt fucking corporations, corrupt slum lords, just every fucking thing. Because if you take it off one at a time, just different shit's gonna pop up. Different shit is gonna pop up. Like two or three more things will pop up. You feel me? To take the first fucking corrupt thing you took out the way. This world was birthed on corruption, especially the state, this country. Hey, what's going on, Tip? Impressionable people easily handled. Yeah, yeah. those are the type of people, man. All they have to do is give candy bars to. Like, they could give one of those people a fucking candy bar, and they'll fucking, you know, go all the way with it. Do whatever they're fucking told. Like, they have no fucking boundaries because their perception of everything is all fucked up. Like, they can't legitimately make the choice for themselves. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. Nappy that will use any one purpose. Yeah. And that's sad, man. They're kids, mentally ill people. You guys see the guy they dress up like fucking a girl all the time, the mentally ill dude? And the police did that shit. The police fucking dressed them up like that. So just fucking think, like, man, these fucking cops don't care about nobody. Like, people think they do. They don't give a fuck about nobody. Like, they're putting people's lives on the line like that. This shit's a joke to them. The government, the politicians, all this shit's a fucking joke. And then most of them motherfuckers is going around having sex with their brothers and sisters and shit to keep fucking their political power and shit. So a lot of their kids come out with fucking Down syndrome and shit. Like, I see a lot of rich people with fucking, like, their kids be all like, they're either like lost, like they have that lost, like, or they just look some type of fucking handicap. A lot of the fucking politicians, like, when you watch those politician fucking like the debates and shit, to where there's a lot of politicians in there and they have their fucking kids at the fucking speeches and shit, and they be in the front with their little fucking politician name tags. They have their kids next to them, shit. Like, a lot of those kids look like, like they got problems upstairs. Like, I don't know if that's like from inbreeding them or fucking abusing them sexually or whatever, but a lot of those kids don't look fucking normal. I don't know how is your place where you are you in lockdown? Yeah. You see protests in San Juan. Yeah. I seen it on the news. I mean, I seen it as far as like people filming it and shit on YouTube. But I stay away from that shit. Too much technology, man. Every single person that hit that store, or that hit those pawn shops and all that, like those people that hit that shit, like some of those people, maybe not all of them, but some of those people are gonna be having some fucking police at their door. They got fucking that technology they just fucking announced the technology for COVID-19 and shit. As far as like cross-referencing people, that have been in stores with people that had COVID-19 and able to follow them up, like from facial recognition and shit. Like, they just fucking announced that shit. That's why those fucking police probably were out there fucking inciting that shit. It's a lot of people, like the jewelry stores, pawn shops, fucking Gucci stores, Louis Vuitton. Like, insurance don't. That's a lot of fucking money. Insurance is gonna have to pay out all at once. They're gonna recover some of that shit. Some of that shit has got to be recovered. Businesses, like, but that jewelry, for that shit to be insured, oh man. Rolexes, Cuban links, fucking all types of shit. They got investigators probably in all those fucking neighborhoods right now. Covert ass investigators, undercovers, people sitting back in their cars just watching people sell shit out their garage, and people coming out with brand new TVs and shit, like hella traffic. That's finna fuck everybody up. Yes, man, catch up with all. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's already like it's too big of an agenda being like it's right here, fucking unfolding like right in front of our faces. Like nobody fucking remembers about COVID-19 right now. It's all about the riots. Like you'll see speckles and shit on fucking YouTube. But now it's about the riots. It's like the COVID-19. It wasn't enough people fucking staying in the house. Not enough people dying. Not enough people staying in the house. We gotta do something else. Now it's curfew. You gotta be in the house. Some places it's curfew, mandatory. Be in the house by 9 o'clock. People, people mysterious, like people killing security guards and the riots and shit. Like security guards getting shot and killed. Like nobody knows who fucking shot and killed the security guards. Fucking if the security guards did get shot, it was the fucking police. Fucking nobody gonna kill no. Come on, man. Police have cameras inside their hats, body cameras. Yeah, all that shit on their cars. Like if they want evidence to come out, like if they're if they are in the right when they do what they do, like they'll put that. You'll see they'll put that shit out. Fucking, there's a quick report on it. Um, our investigation shows our officers were in the right. Like they'll do that shit. And when they're fucking bullshitting, because it takes hella long for certain parts of evidence to come out. They be trying to cover up their tracks, and then they get caught. Like they get caught all the fucking time. I don't care what state you look at. They get anytime something goes on, they get caught fucking lying. Not saying every officer gets caught lying, but in every precinct, whenever there's a report made, just like on all these fucking police shooting, sometimes you'll see like they lie. Like the guy was charging at me. No, he wasn't. He had his fucking hands up. Like the fucking video shows that the guy had his hands up, and you were at an elevated position. So like, why the fuck would you say he was charging at you when you were elevated? You were like on top of a fucking parking garage. I was like, how the fuck was he charging at you? How the like these are the types of fucking things they fucking get away with. You know, unless somebody on the street is fucking filming. And that's why they always fucking try and tell you like you'll get arrested if you film, because they know like a lot of the shit they're doing is fucking illegal. Like half of them don't even know the fucking law. Like you literally have to fucking wait for their sergeant to fucking come out. And then sometimes the sergeants don't even know. They gotta go fucking make a call or fucking do some other weird shit, like fucking look up some shit on paper just to tell you that you're fucking right. The authorities like you to have a criminal record that's lever over you all the time. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And the only legal way they got that fucking grip on you is when you're on parole, probation, or some type of ties with the fucking, judicial system. But if you're off all that shit, like, there's no, like, they're literally, like, can't fuck with you unless you get caught doing another crime. Like, they, like, when I got off fucking, when I first became fucking targeted, they used to try and set me up all the fucking time. Like at first they fucking, they saw like people were asking me for drugs and I was turning them down. I was like, I don't fuck with shit. They'd be like, you know where to get crystal at? I'd be like, yep, you gotta go straight to hell to get that shit. You gotta go straight to hell to get that shit. Excuse me, it's legitimate. And fucking like I just tell them all types of shit like that. They started trying to set me up, fucking, have fucking like I have my window open, fucking looking at the fucking like YouTube videos and shit, and somebody come by my van and stick their fucking hand in my window. Stick their fucking hand in my window and then pull it back and then fucking look at their hand and shit and then walk off hella fast like I fucking gave like hella crazy shit. Hella crazy shit. Yeah, they're fucking devious, man. They fucking they let air out my tires and shit when I had the other van. And like, when I had the other van, it would wobble because I had the high top. And they would let the air out the van and get behind me and record me. And like, while it's wobbling like that, you gotta, you kind of gotta struggle with the fucking thing. Cause the steering wheel, if you're not fucking holding that motherfucker, like, the one wheel, like, the whole fucking car turn one way, like it'll start like turning and shit. So you gotta hold it while and it does that while it's wobbling, so it's doing that both ways, you feel me? So you gotta hold that motherfucker firm and like really fucking kind of concentrate, or that motherfucker start wobbling all over the fucking place. And what they do is they got behind me and started recording me. Like they would have fucking people let air out my tires and then fucking get behind me and record me and shit. And it looks like I'm reckless driving and driving all weird and shit. And then like while they're driving by me and while they're driving behind me and recording me, it was another car. Like they have other cars and shit coming up, like coming towards me, like the opposite direction, like, and fucking like they would have their fucking hazard lights on and shit. Fucking devious, man. See, it's for a while. Did the looting stores probably had their cell phone in pocket? Yeah. See, it's exactly, Tip. It's too many fucking ways that they're gonna connect these people. Too many fucking ways. And it was a trap already, so they already had the cameras rolling in the store probably. They had that shit rolling. They knew exactly what was gonna happen, man. Just like they can turn the citizens against us as targets and shit, they can fucking incite people to fucking, work them off their emotions and shit. Like, that's the easiest way to work somebody is off their emotions. You can make them aggressive, you can make them trusting. You can make them idolize you, like, especially like a person who, hasn't had like a certain person in their life, like a father figure or a mother figure and shit. Like, if you can take on that role with somebody and fucking, that person will be willing to kill for you, like, it's crazy how they work people off their emotions and shit. Like a lot of these perps, like they're being worked. A lot of their emotions and shit, they're they're weaponizing people's emotions against themselves and shit. Patting them on. It could be anything from a pat on the back, some encouraging words, anything. Freemasons really know how to put it. Hell yeah, they do. You like it in your new van? Yeah, I definitely like it. Like, I like it. It just the only thing is it just gets hot, man. I need to get a van with windows and shit. So, and a high top. So I just I put for sale on it. Like, I'm selling it for what I bought it for. I'll probably get like a motel for like 2 or 3 days. Try and find somebody who will sell me a van and bring it, like, that will drop it off to me and shit while I'm at the room. But I like the stealthness of it, and like I like they've let air out of it a couple times, and it doesn't You know, it's not like the high top when they let the air out, like it doesn't wobble like that. So I can, you know, get there to the gas station and shit. And like the other one was big, so when it was wobbling and shit, like you would hear fucking, you know, you would hear all types of fucking shit in there, fucking wobbling in there with it when they fucking let the air out. So like, yeah, there goes one of their famous muscle cars, a yellow muscle car. But yeah, it's definitely dope, man. I like the stealthness of it, like um, you know, it looks more like a work van than it does like a camper van. So you can pretty much park anywhere. Hard to wash up right too. Like it's hard to fucking. The laws that protect our civil rights are being overshadowed by unconstitutional laws. Hell yeah, they are. Hell yeah. And it's right before our eyes. Right before our eyes. You are funny. Appreciate that. Hey, top of the morning, Craig. Their hand was like snappy if they were putting them in your window. Yeah, hey, I have had the laced handshake though. I've had a laced handshake before. I've had, when I first, I didn't know what it was until, I started seeing people do videos on it when I was researching it and shit. Like, I wasn't even necessarily research. Like, I'd look up targeted individual, and then, like, like, you look at, like, you'll play that video, and then it has a bunch of videos on that, and then they had this video. I forget the title of it, but it was speaking on nanotech. It had nanotech in the title. I tapped on it, and it said like, cause I remember I got a handshake from this fucking dude at the recycle center, and then like a couple like 15, 20 minutes. By the time I got done turning in the recycle and got to where I was gonna park at and shit, I started to fucking, I washed up and shit, was washing up, and like when I, wiped my hands, was cleaning my hands and shit with the fucking rag, like it started burning and shit, and then I looked at my fucking, like, hand, like the palm, and fucking I had hella little white fucking dots and shit. I mean, not white dots, but hella little, like fucking, like they were like red, like red, like the best way to describe it is like little specks of fucking, like tiny blisters, like blood blisters, though, like you can see the blood under the skin. Or that's the way it looked. And some of it looked like little black dots, like, but it was sprinkled and it was more like in between my fucking fingers and shit. Like, hard to explain it. But that had happened, and it happened again. Somebody had fucking, somebody had fucking gave me some recycle, some metal and shit. And this is around the time. Excuse me, that's legitimate. This is around the time like I first started recycling and shit. So I didn't know like the metal that he gave me was like when I turned that shit in, it was on. I only got like 37 cents for that bullshit, and it was hella fucking like it was like metal poles and shit, like street signs, like those poles that hold up stop signs and shit. It was like a bunch of that shit chopped up, like into smaller sizes. And fucking he gave me that shit, and I fucking didn't have no gloves on, and I fucking picked that shit up, man. And that same fucking shit happened this time. I had hella them dots though. Like they were all in the palm, and that's when I knew they fucking did something. Like at first I thought, but I wear gloves most of the time. Like when I'm recycling, unless I'm getting something like, unless I go to the club and they already have fucking a bag, a bag of recycle. Like I won't wear fucking gloves. Like I get it, cause that is pre-bagged and shit. But I didn't even bother to put gloves. It was metal and shit. Like I didn't expect it to be all like fucked up like that. As far as garbage wise, just so fucking that time my shit was fucked up, and it hurt like to close my hand. Like whenever my like if a bubble was caught up on like one of those folds of your skin and shit, like when you close your hand, that shit would fucking like hurt, like sting hurt. Up, we got another sweeper. We got another fucking sweeper. Um, but I think why they stuck their hand in the window though was because they always have somebody filming. So when they stick their hand in the window, that's what it looks like when you're selling drugs. They stick their hand in the window, you drop them, whatever you're selling them, and they pull it back. And then they when they want to put the extra whammy on it, they fucking start looking at their hand, making it look like they're fucking seeing if you gave them what was you gave them was worth it, or if it was real, or when people buy drugs they do numerous different fucking things, like they have numerous different reactions, and fucking they want to see if it's real, they want to see if it's big enough for what they paid. Like there's and then some of them will look at their hand and try and talk to you and shit. And, it'll make it look like a drug sale and shit. Like, it'll look like they're saying it's, you give me a different one or whatever. Like, they have all types of setups and shit, man. That's why whenever they do that, I hurry up and turn on the fucking recorder and ask them why they did that shit and upload that shit quick. It's finna get me locked up with that bullshit. Yeah, I was just gonna say, if I miss somebody by the name of Tamara, my apologies. Good morning, strong. I'm happy, Stephen Bobby. Hey, top, yeah, top of the morning, Craig. You mean Tanya or Tamara? Okay, I see. Welcome, Craig. I got a few gadgets to make this month. Taser glove, anti-nano bucket, and third is a surprise. Where you have to order that nano bucket offline, or can you go somewhere and get it? Like, can you go to like a hardware store or some shit? All right, no fighting, dude. Come on, come here. Hey, right here, dude. That would be cool to see you make a van traveling channel. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, bro. I think that's what I want to do. I think if I do that channel though, like if I set that up, I would have to set that with like donations. Like, I mean, not just have it a period donation channel or anything, but like that's the type of channel I would accept. Like, would be willing, like feel comfortable accepting donations for. And then find some way I could get like, if there's a way I could get like maybe stay overnight or a couple nights some places and shit, and see like if I order stuff online if it would get to me on time. Like if I would be able to do that, like have like at certain campgrounds and shit like that. That way I could like wait, try and start like, I don't know, like I'll definitely have to try and put something together as far as like selling merchandise and shit. Because recycling is just gonna be too much fucking wear and tear. Too much pulling over and parking and starting and stopping and heavy loads. And on top of having to go fill out other cities and shit. Look at one headlight, one headlight. I love it when perps drop clangers, no second runs in this game. It's I might be missing some things. I'm not sure. I I talked about my targeting on your channel. I'm not sure if they're hiding shit from you or what. I think I'm missing some comments and shit. Steven introduced me to Nappy also when we were on Steven's channel. He was. Oh, oh, okay. My bad for not remembering, Craig. That it was. I remember talking to somebody. I just didn't remember who exactly it was. Right, my channel has a lot of useful information. And soon, as far as the division America is going through right now. Yeah, it's ugly, man. It's ugly. This is one of the clowns. And one of their clowns, they like to use these people. That's another one of their fucking. That's another one of their fucking, tactics. They like to use these people with a little bit of size on them and shit to pretend like they're crazy and start punching in the fucking air and shit. So you could be like, I'm gonna stay away from that dude while they're fucking targeting you and shit. That's another one of their tactics and shit. Their intimidation tactics, so to speak. It's like they think of anything that they would be scared of, like they pretty much, put that on everybody. Like okay, well, if I'm scared of this, I'm gonna use this on them. And like when they see some of this, when they see that shit don't work, oh man, they'll either have a disgusted look on their face or like a bewildered look on their face, like, why isn't this working? uh, the people we have to fucking deal with, man. The world has turned into a fucking hospital, a mental hospital. The world is a mental hospital. It's been a mental hospital. These people been able to keep their shit like under wraps. Like they've been able to fucking hide their fucking, hide in the shadows, so to speak. I wouldn't doubt if all the perps like got free fucking like oh. Excuse me, it's legitimate. If all the perps got to go to like the burrito trucks, like that burrito truck right there, you get free fucking, one burrito, one soda, one bag of chips for their services. It is going through the this this fucking division. Is growing like wildflower. It's almost completely divided. I uploaded a video. I uploaded a video yesterday, cause they kept harassing me with the flag, and it just kind of pissed me off and shit. Like they kept harassing me with the flag and shit. And I started yelling out, "Fucking, I need one of those flags for like to use some toilet paper." I need a flag like that. I said it like 2 or 3 times really loud. Like I need to use that flag for some toilet paper. Dude was pissed off for saying that to say. I uploaded that shit to YouTube and it took them like probably, I think somebody reported me. So I think somebody reported it, but it didn't take them long to fucking take that shit down. Maybe like 2 or 3 hours. Uh, what is the laced handshake? Somebody shook my hand and fucking after, I realized what had happened. Like I had fucking red dots and shit. Like, and I didn't realize right away because the first time I had that shit, you know, I had gloves on, but I was wondering, like, maybe when I was taking them off or something, like I got some shit on my hands. And, fucking, I thought it was maybe something from, like, regular recycling and shit. So I kind of blew it off as, like, I kind of took care of it. I fucking cleaned it off, fucking put Neosporin on it because it, like, burned. It had, like, a burning sensation almost. I put Neosporin on it, and eventually, like about a week later, that shit started disappearing. After I stopped putting the Neosporin on that shit, you know, it healed up pretty fast. And then fucking and I don't know if that shit either healed or the fucking whatever those dots were, like, cause on the bumps were like dots and shit. And then, a week later, eventually they started precipitating and shit, getting smaller and smaller. And then, like, when they completely went away, like, it wasn't even like anything came out of it. It was just like ripped skin. Like, I don't know, like, if you ever been on like monkey bars, like those that like skin that rips away from the side of you get little not blisters, but calluses under your thing, and then like the outer skin kind of rips away and shit, and it's like really really thin to where it's like a bubble, and you rip it and it's like teared around the sides and shit. It was just like wherever those dots were, it was like that. And then it happened the second time when, like, that's how I knew they were doing that shit, is when it happened the second time. I got the same shit, and it was right after I touched that fucking metal. Like, and that shit came pretty fast. Like, after I touched that metal, like, whatever they put on that shit, they put a whole fucking lot of. And dude was slick. He said, "Hey, you want these?" And I was like, I had just got done separating my shit, and I was like, fuck it, might as well, it's extra money and shit. I thought it was at least gonna be like $10 or some shit like that. It was like 36, 37 cents. It was like four big ass metal, you know, metal poles, but they were like chopped in half and shit. So, I guess it was like two, but it made four pieces because it was chopped. And like when I grabbed that shit, dude hurried up and took it because I grabbed it and headed in towards the recycled shit. Dude said, I gotta get to work. I gotta get to work. He said, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, take it. I gotta get to work. I don't got time to turn it in. I grabbed that shit and started walking into the recycle. He ran to the other side of his truck and he skidded backwards and fucking took off. Like when I went to the recycle place, I went to go grab the fucking pen to sign my signature, and my whole fucking I didn't even notice until I went to go grab the pen, and as soon as I grabbed the pen, I bent where those curves on my hand, where the curves on my hand is, and I knew that fucking feeling. I fucking dropped the pen and looked at my hand, and I had hella fucking dots. Hella fucking dots. I looked on the other hand, it was the same fucking shit, man. Same fucking shit. I was like, these motherfuckers doing something. And then I started looking. I was watching targeted individuals videos and tapped onto like a nano video, and it started explaining how they fucking poison their fucking, like they do that shit with their. Sometimes they'll have fucking. They put something on their skin, like some type of fucking coating. I don't know what type of coating, but then they sprinkle whatever they fucking put on you, and they shake your fucking hand. They do all types of fucking wicked shit, man. These people are just fucking. And before I knew it was nanotechnology, what I thought they were doing, I thought they were putting fucking, itching powder. Like, I was like, that's what they're doing. Like, they're putting fucking itching powder on this shit. And that shit's getting in my hands when I fucking, touch it. And then I seen the nanotechnology thing and somebody started explaining that shit. A person I met that know, I I need to get contact with a person I met that knows how to see who is having your device and their IP address. Oh, I I don't remember. I couldn't direct you how to do it. Um, RT. If you go to RTTI, can tell you. Somebody on here might be able to tell you. RTTI New York. If you go drop a message to him, like he'll be able to tell you and explain it. Like the way I explain shit, it's kind of, you know. Sometimes I go a little bit everywhere with stuff, so my explaining might not be too quick or too great, but or my articulation of it, I guess you would say. But there are other people on this channel, and RTTI New York can tell you. I have a video. I just don't remember the name, like to where I'm actually pointing it out and showing you. It's something you go to your Google and you can find exactly like the location I was at. Like the person that was like right around the corner was into my into my fucking shit, like in hacked into my phone, and somehow, and I slipped up on it. Like I wasn't like searching for it or nothing, but like I asked. I believe I was asked for my location where I was, for the address to where I was, and like right around the corner from where I was, it was a security firm saying that's where I was located at. Like that's where I was located at. So, it had my location, like where I was, and then it had like like somebody else like was connected to my phone through that security company. This was like in the beginning, like in like one of my earlier videos. The nightmare world of gang stalking. Yeah, definitely up. We got a blues bandit. No, it's coming. He had to do his little monkey dance. Oh shit. Hey, it's turning off, you guys. It said the temperature is too hot, so I guess I'll have to start it later. I'm gonna go park in the shade right now. It's getting hot right here, so that's probably why.